How's it going, everyone? It's Johnny Beane here with another episode of Streamer Stories Podcast. My guest today is someone I've known on Twitch for a long time, and I finally got them here on the podcast. They're laughing already. It's MoonBeane.
Hello, I'm
Hello.
here.
We did it. We did it.
We did it. I know. Look at us. We've come
Look
so
at
far.
us. We have, haven't we? Goodness me.
We have.
Little secret for you guys out there. MoonBeane has been someone I've been eyeing up since season 1. But scheduling, IRL, life and stuff, but we've done it.
We've done it. We're here. It's happening. Thank you for having me, Johnny.
It's honestly my pleasure. You have been someone I've been fond of for a long time. Like you, I think we talked about it a couple of times, haven't we? Like one of the first proper friends I'd like to think I've made on Twitch. So
Absolutely. I know. When I think about when we first kind of met and I was asking you about you cooking steak
Yes.
whilst I was playing Skyrim all those years ago. It's just crazy, the sort of things that stay in your mind, isn't it? But yeah,
Totally.
that's how it happened, wasn't it, really?
It was. It was,
Yeah.
and it's wonderful that we're still chatting now. We're still good friends, and still think you're such a wonderful content creator. You're wonderful. Underrated.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. That's, I admire you a lot as well. So yeah, thank you. I'm really excited to do this and just have a nice chilled chat
Yes.
about things. So yeah,
Let's do this. So,
let's do it.
But obviously I know who you are. We've known each other for goodness me. It must be coming up to about 4.5 years.
Yeah.
But do you want to introduce yourself to anyone who doesn't know who you are? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So my name's MoonBeane, but most people call me Beane. I'm a variety streamer. I like a wide variety of different games, but my channel mostly focuses around first playthroughs. So you'll often just see me playing games for the very first time. I, like a lot of people, have a huge video game backlog. So I kind of use my stream as an opportunity to go back through games that I've missed and have wanted to play. So sometimes it will be older games, but also there are games that have come out recently that I really want to play as well. So yeah, it really varies across lots of different types of genre and when the game came out. But yeah, it's mostly first playthroughs. I did dabble in a little bit of speedrunning initially.
Yes, you did.
Which I'm sure you'll remember.
I do.
So yeah, I used to speedrun Resident Evil 1 Remake and Silent Hill, but not so much anymore. I kind of favour the more casual first playthrough things now, really, as much as I still love speedrunning and especially watching speedrunning. But yeah, on occasion we might pull up a sort of old game from my childhood just for nostalgia as well. But it is mostly first playthroughs, and yeah, I would say my stream's quite chilled. We just like to chat and bond over similar interests, really. So yeah, it's my time to unwind and enjoy games, and I like to share that with people, especially because I know that when I've played a game for the first time and I really enjoy it, I love watching other people's first reactions as well. So that's kind of what inspired me to kind of do first playthroughs, really.
Amazing. This is recorded obviously in advance. We always have a running joke on the Streamer Stories podcast that it's always Sunday 6 p.m. So it is obviously whilst it's out there, but this is falling on the weekend that I'm about to do my Silent Hill dance match stream.
Yes.
That's
going to be amazing. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a speedrun category for dance mat, so I might make it.
We should make one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I even though I'm jumping the gun, I get too excited when I do these podcast episodes. Can I just say, one of my favorite playthroughs that you did on your channel was Fantasy 8. I'm going right in there straight away. I'm sorry I'm jumping again. I can't help it, but it's because I'm going to forget in 40 minutes. So, I loved your playthrough Fantasy 8 because you were playing it completely spoiler free, no walkthrough, no guide, and nothing. And exactly if you guys want that experience, go to MoonBeane's channel. Seriously, it's wonderful for that. So
yeah, I like to go in as spoiler free as possible. So I don't look anything up. I don't speak to anyone about anything. I like to go in really just knowing as little as possible about the game. And because I think that's how I like to play my first playthroughs anyway, because I think that's sort of what would be most natural when you pick up a game from the store, like back in the day.
Yes.
And then you go home and you play it, and you didn't have anything available. You didn't necessarily have the internet to sort of look up certain things, you know. So that's kind of, I like to stay true to that kind of experience. And I also think it's better for the audience.
Yeah.
As well, personally, for a first playthrough streamer, that's just my view. So yeah, and I loved Final Fantasy VIII actually.
So
it's really divisive, isn't it? But
yeah.
I think once I understood the junctioning system, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought I actually prefer it to Final Fantasy IX, which I know is quite controversial because I know
my
loads of people love
game.
9.
No, it's fair.
But I just really liked 8 an awful lot. Haven't played a bad Final Fantasy game, to be honest. They've all been very good. But yeah, thank you. That was really good fun.
Yeah, no, definitely, and it was like it was one of my favorite things about it was that like Final Fantasy, like you said, is so divisive. And so many people now would approach that game differently to how you did because the internet's there, YouTube's there. We only had gamer figures back in the day, and even that was still developing. Let's be honest. So like, just seeing a proper authentic, first proper classic playthrough Fantasy VIII with yourself included, obviously as the wonderful person, but going through it was just like, I loved it. It was magic. I loved it. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it was great fun, and I think as well people are always happy to help if you ask.
Yeah.
So I don't I normally do a no backseating unless asked. So if you want to tell me something, please just say, can I ask you this, or can I tell you something, rather than just offering the information straight away. But people are often always happy to help if I have a question about something, which is one of the most amazing things about streaming games, I think. Someone always knows in chat if you've got a question. It's so handy.
It's great, isn't it? Fair play.
Yeah.
Okay, so I jumped the gun. I apologise. Let's go backwards. Let's go back to MoonBeane. Let's go back to MoonBeane. Back X amount of years ago, because I dare not even suggest anything. So what were your first memories of playing games, seeing games maybe even? So never mind even playing it. Was it a case that you saw before you played? Parents or whatever.
Yes.
What was it like?
Yeah. So my dad is a big gaming nerd, so I have him to thank really for my love of video games. I'm an only child as well, so I don't have any brothers or sisters, so very close to my dad, and a lot of my earliest memories are of him playing the Amiga. So the just various games from that time. So main ones that kind of stick out in my mind are the Prince of Persia, Rocket Ranger. I remember there was this disc which I had to move around. I think he sort of gave it to me to sort of play with when I was a kid. I would have been about 2 or 3 at this point. But it determined how much fuel you needed in your rocket to be able to travel a certain distance. Of course, that was in place to kind of stop people just copying the game and being able to, just stop people pirating the game, basically. But a game called It Came from the Desert. I've got fond memories of that. Watching him, it's like this B-movie type game as well. And Flashback, I can remember that as well, like the iconic jumping from one side to the other to escape the beast. That's got such a really cool opening cutscene. I don't know if you've seen Flashback.
No.
It's really, really cool. I think you can get it on Steam, actually. I think they've remastered it, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this has got a really, really awesome opening cutscene. So highly recommend you check that out if you haven't already. But for playing video games, for me, my first console was the Sega Mega Drive, otherwise known as the Genesis in the US, I believe. So yeah, classics like Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage. Shinobi was on the same cartridge, but it actually didn't get as much love as the other two. For me, I liked Golden Axe and Streets of Rage better. But yeah, lots of Mega Drive stuff was kind of my entry into playing games for the first time.
Amazing. As a fellow Sega Mega Drive kid, it's just heaven. You're just saying those names is like, give me
classic,
little mini endorphin, this little tidbits of his happiness there.
Timeless, and I still think they look really good as well, graphics wise. They still look really impressive to me, and still so playable. Sonic soundtrack as well is just amazing. Like they're timeless.
Just Sonic. I mean, all the games you just mentioned there. Let's be honest, Streets of Rage music. is timeless as well. Shinobi doesn't get enough love. I agree. There's a new Shinobi game that's just come out. I need to play it. All heaven stuff. That I love that. So, did you play two player?
Yeah, so I would play with my dad. My parents told me, I don't remember this obviously because I was too young, but I would try and play Sonic and then get stuck and not be able to get over something, and I'd say, "Daddy, do it," when I was a little baby, and he'd have to come help me. And then I used to play Golden Axe sometimes with my mum. My mum would play with me as well, even though she's not as big into games as my dad. But my dad was at work, and she'd be at home with me, and we'd play together. And I used to play with my cousins quite a lot as well. As I said, no brothers or sisters, but I saw my cousins quite frequently, and we'd play together as well. So yeah, it was very social as well as playing on my own as well.
That's amazing. Is your dad still into gaming now, or is that drifted off?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's retired now. He's still really into games. He's in his 60s, and he still plays Rune Quest with the people he went to school with.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Every week.
That's so
I know. Every week they do it. And I'm pretty sure they've hardly missed a week. So yeah, all that time. He does still play games. Maybe not as much, but even though he's retired, he's just busy with other things. But yeah, he is still really interested in games.
Just because it's fresh in my mind right now because it's just currently on, but I'm getting Stranger Things vibes from that, It's the same group of people,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I need to watch the latest season actually.
Yeah. I'll say nothing.
No. I need a recap because it's been so long since the previous season came out as well, isn't it? I've completely forgotten what's happened.
I never watched it. I watched it all this autumn. I was like back-to-back seasons leading into season 5. So yeah, I'm fresh as a daisy with it. So.
Sensible, very sensible.
So, it's wonderful your dad's still playing games. So, in terms of growing up, then, is there any memories that come to mind? Any funny moments or any things that stick to your mind in terms of stories that you can think of growing up?
I guess So I used to play Bubble Bobble with my cousin quite a lot. We loved that, and he's a bit older than me, and my mum said that we used to squabble a little bit because, when you kill everything and then you get the little strawberries and the peaches and stuff like that. And I'd be like, Mum, he's taken all the strawberries. And she'd be like, oh, will you let her have a strawberry? Because I was a bit younger, and he's just sort of sat there giggling to himself.
Oh my God.
So just silly little childhood squabbles. So many. I remember as well when we were playing Abe's Exodus together. Obviously this is PS1 now, so a bit older, and he quick saved during a roll off of a cliff. So every single time we kept dying. I was very angry. I was like, no. But yeah, we had a good time. It was mostly wholesome, but a few little childhood squabbles.
That literally happened to me this year playing Half-Life for the first time. Played Half-Life for the first time ever, and I quick saved whilst I was literally on the cliff, and a gunner was shooting at me from the bottom of the cliff, there's constantly, so it was this loading, constant death loop. I was like, I'm screwed.
You'll only do it once.
Yep.
You'll only do it once, and then you learn your lesson.
Oh man, no. But that's a lovely segue to PS1 then. So was that your next console afterwards? Where did you go from?
Yes. PlayStation 1 was then the next console after that, and a few of the titles that kind of stand out there are Resident Evil, Silent Hill. We really liked Team Buddies. I'm not sure if you ever played that. Loved.
I was supposed to say Rick Mail. That's Hogs of War. Apologies, but no, it's a similar game.
Hogs of War as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Loved Hogs of War. Worms.
Yes. Yes.
So many iconic titles. But Team Buddies was really, really awesome. We loved that a lot. Used to play between 2 or 3 of us, and that game's actually worth quite a lot of money now, but we sadly no longer have it. damn it.
Yes.
We used to trade in a lot of the games once we'd finished with them to put towards funds towards the next game. But now we're all just kicking ourselves with all the retro stuff coming back now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, why did we do that? Keep hold of your stuff, guys. Don't sell it.
It's funny now, actually, because we are, dare I say, getting a slightly bit older. Like, hearing about stories of people, you know, like going into attics and stuff like that, and not realizing the trove of stuff.
I know. I know.
I wish I had that. Because I was the same. I used to sell all my stuff. Like, I've got a Mega Drive collection now. It's almost complete. I've got about 55 to 60 games, and that's my collection. Like, I've got like literally 2 games left on that list, and that's it. One of them is Streets of Rage 3.
So good.
Which is really? Streets of Rage 3 I cannot find barely cheaper than £100, unless it's like an inauthentic copy, should we call it. So it's like, it's a lot of money to spend, and I'm like,
it is. Yeah, one day the timing will be right, and then you can complete your collection. But yeah, like you say, it's a lot of money, isn't it? So kind of, it's like, got to be a responsible adult.
Yeah, it's so true. But yeah, if I do complete that collection, I'm moving on to PS1. So yeah, there's a few titles there, that's for sure. Goodness me, you know.
Yes, PS1 was such a great console. Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Amazing. So let's talk about Resident Evil then. I mean, of course I have to. You know, I do this pretty much with every single podcast I guess, because it's, what can I say? It's one of my favorite series.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what were your first memories? And so if you played that like on the PS1 again, I'm not sure how old you were, but like that was a historic title, isn't it, in horror title history? So like, how scared were you? What memories do you have?
I remember wanting to watch my dad play it. So I think I would have been about 6 or 7 when that came out. And I wanted to watch my dad play it, but I wasn't allowed because my mum sort of said no, it's too scary. And my dad was like, she'll be all right. She'll be all right. Eventually, I was allowed to watch. My dad won that battle, and I loved it. I didn't play it myself because I would have been too nervous to play it, but watching it, I really enjoyed. That's another thing, is that not only did I enjoy playing games, I really enjoyed watching him play and kind of participating in that way, or watching my cousin play a game. I just really, and again, I guess that's still true now because I like to watch a lot of Twitch and watch other people play games. But yeah, even back then I used to watch him. But yeah, I didn't play it myself at that point. Only when I was older. But yeah, it didn't scare me though. It didn't scare me. I found Silent Hill a lot scarier.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember Silent Hill coming out, and we both thought, my goodness, this makes Resident Evil look like the Teletubbies. It was way scarier, I thought. But yeah, I didn't play that at the time, but I enjoyed watching my dad play it.
Yeah. So were you? I mean, where do you lie if you had to choose between Silent Hill and Resident Evil? Are you more Team Silent than Capcom Team Resi? Where do you?
Oh, that's so hard. That's really difficult. I haven't played all games from both franchises, so unfortunately, you probably know this about me because we've been speaking for quite a while, but I get motion sickness.
Yes.
So basically Resident Evil 7, as much as I would love to play that game, I just can't. It does have accessibility settings, which is great, but a lot of first person stuff, if it's really kind of wobbly, I struggle to play because of a motion sickness side of things. And that's got worse as I've got older, because obviously we've got these bigger monitors now and graphics are better. Whereas when I was younger and I could sit back and the TV screen was much smaller, it wasn't as much of a problem. So I haven't played... So I've played Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I haven't played 6, and I know that one's a bit divisive. 7 or 8. I think I could play 8 because I think the DLC has a third-person mode, right? So I could potentially play 8, but I haven't got round to it yet. And yeah, Silent Hill, I've played 1, 2, 3, 4. Origins, and Homecoming, and most recently Silent Hill F. So I have played quite a few titles from each franchise. Oh, it's so hard to pick. Why are you asking me this?
I'm sorry. To be fair,
It's so hard.
you tend to find people. It's almost like the Rolling Stones Beatles question. You tend to find people as a one team or the other. So you're probably the most polarized person I've found, to be honest.
Yeah, they're really hard to compare. I think because
apples and pears. Yeah.
I feel like true survival horror scaredness probably goes to Silent Hill, but I think sort of Resident Evil falls a bit more actiony. Yeah. So it kind of depends on what you want, but I think sort of if you're really looking to get scared, I think Silent Hill takes the win. But I've got a lot of love for both franchises, honestly, and it's too hard to pick, especially because Resident Evil 1 Remake is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yes.
So, and Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorites. I can't do it, Johnny. You can't make me.
I won't make you. I won't make you.
Okay.
I dared not. I would never. No, that's wonderful. I love that it's a polarizing question in a certain way. So where from PS1 then? Did you go into PS2? Where did you go from there?
No. So this is where it gets interesting. So you would think that it would go PS2. And I think most people I know went PS2, but we actually went Xbox.
Okay. Yeah,
So I didn't have a decision in this. Obviously, it was my dad's choice. And I think when he was sort of watching the various things that was coming out about both consoles, I think he just decided he wanted an Xbox instead. So yeah, we then went Xbox and we played things like Halo and there was a Baldur's Gate game we played as well. I remember we also had, I think we had Abe's Odyssey, Munch's Odyssey randomly on there. I'm struggling to remember other just original Xbox titles actually. So I'm wondering if this was a time where I didn't play as much. But I don't really know why. But yeah, we went Xbox. So I never had a PlayStation 2 growing up. And as a result, I am trying to play some PS2 games that I missed. Like, for example, I missed Final Fantasy X. So I played that a few years ago. And there's lots of titles that I ended up missing. I was lucky enough one time when my cousin went away for the weekend and I got to borrow his PlayStation 2 for the weekend. And during that time, I managed to play Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I fully completed it, but I rushed through as quick as possible on very easy. And I think I got to the bit where you kind of swim with Emmerich and got a bit stuck. But yeah, I remember I basically sat on the PS2 that whole weekend.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
that's fascinating that your first Metal Gear Solid game is the same as mine. I played the second one. I got it for a Christmas gift. I never really had an interest in Metal Gear Solid growing up, to be honest with you, but I got it randomly one Christmas. I was like, oh, okay. And I played it a little bit. It wasn't bad. It's not that I don't like the game. It just doesn't really resonate with me. But I got the second one as well. And yeah, it's not bad. And then I think I traded it or something like that. And I've never played one since until playing the first Metal Gear Solid last year on stream. So that was quite interesting to kind of play it that way.
Definitely. We did have the original Metal Gear Solid, but again, I didn't play it. My dad played it, and I don't think I watched the whole thing, but I remember the iconic Psycho Mantis boss fight and us just being completely stumped at what to do. And then when we realized what you had to do, our minds were just blown at the time. Like, wow, changing the card slots and stuff. We just thought that was so creative. So yeah, we did have the original Metal Gear Solid, but I just remember being a bit confused, I think, by Metal Gear Solid 2 at the time, because I was like, where's Snake?
Yes, yeah.
I didn't dislike Raiden, but I just kind of rushed through it because I knew I didn't have much time. So I went through it as quickly as possible. But yeah, I do really like the Metal Gear Solid games. I'm not very good at them. I'm not very good at stealth.
No, I'm terrible.
But they're good fun. They're good fun.
I'm a brute force guy. Just yeah, please, just like give me strongest weapons, strongest enemy, strongest set of bop. Just bop people on the head. That's me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
No
I'm
stealth.
so bad at stealth. I love stealth games though. I do really like them, but I'm just terrible at them.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah.
I think the only game that I like playing stealth in is probably Skyrim actually because it's easy,
Oh,
isn't it?
really?
Just set up the stealth archer sorted.
Yes. Yeah, bit of stealthing in that. I have played Thief, Deadly Shadows. That was really cool. Stealth game, really enjoyed that. And I have played Hitman Blood Money. I loved that game as well. Again, terrible at it, but brilliant.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. So, okay, yeah. So, in terms of like PC, then did PC come into it much growing up at all, or was that like a modern adult thing for you? Like, where was that for you?
Yeah, I reckon I must have been about maybe 12 or something ish when we got a PC. And the main games that kind of stand out to me on PC were The Sims. I loved
Yes.
The Sims, loved that so much. And the Broken Sword point and click games.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
am a huge fan of Broken Sword 1 and 2. I played both of those to death as a kid. So I could probably speed run them. I love them so much. And I could probably recite all the dialogue. I really played them over and over and over. Just didn't get bored of them. And they're so charming. So if you like point and clicks and you haven't played Broken Sword, I do highly recommend it. And it recently got brought out on Steam remastered. So
Nice. Yeah.
perfect way to play the first game. But yeah, if you like point and clicks, that one is really special.
Oh, incredible. Going back to Xbox, actually, I didn't actually ask you this. I apologize. Did you play much Xbox Live? Or was that not something that really came into it? Do you think?
I think so. I played Xbox Live more so when I had my 360,
Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and I remember playing Halo 3 online quite a lot. I was very lucky. I got an Xbox 360 for my 16th birthday, so I was very, very lucky, and
Yeah.
that memory is still cemented in my brain as,
Yeah.
what a special gift, um, yeah, that my dad got me. And yeah, I loved it. I also loved Oblivion.
Oh.
Um, I that game's so good. I need to play the remaster
Yeah.
for the
Same. Same.
nostalgia. Uh, See what I mean? So many games in the backlog. It's
Yeah.
really difficult, isn't it, to try and keep up with everything. But I loved Oblivion so much.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I played a little bit of Halo 3 online. I would often just avoid not talking really until the end, just being a girl.
Yeah.
And at that time, it wasn't. I just kind of couldn't really be bothered with much of the aggro with speaking on the mic.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
kind of played, um, in silence and beat people. And then when I beat them, I'd be like, haha.
Yeah. Clever.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's so true. It's so true. Like again, I've had a lot of the females on the podcast, and they've had similar stories. It's so frustrating when I hear it back in a certain way because I'm like, man, I feel so sorry for so many people having to put up with that purely because you've got, a female voice. What? Oh my god,
Yeah.
shock horror.
Yeah, it was worse back then. It's better now. It's still, I would say there are still ways to go in some areas.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to be perfect, but it's a lot better than it was back then. But Xbox 360 days, it could be kind of toxic.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Let's move on. So
Yeah.
yeah, so like so what are you playing right now, Bean? What are you up to right now? And on top of that, how much time do you play games offline compared to playing on stream and Twitch and YouTube and stuff? Like what's the ratio like for you?
So recently just started my first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Oh yes,
which
nice.
is going so well. I am absolutely adoring it so much. So we've just had October, Halloween month, and I've just played three kind of quite tricky, somewhat frustrating horror games.
Okay.
So I played Resident Evil Code Veronica X first playthrough,
Oh okay.
which I loved. initially, but then some frustrations kind of started to set in a little bit. It's quite tricky on a first playthrough, isn't it? I'm not sure if you played Code
Yeah,
Veronica?
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's quite a tough first playthrough, personally.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, there were just a few areas that I found kind of frustrating. I've got the videos going up on YouTube at the moment, and associated shorts with that, which sort of shows me enjoying it and then getting frustrated.
Okay, yeah.
Then I finished Silent Hill Homecoming, which, such a shame. The combat system in it it really lets it down. But other than that, I think it's actually a really good game. But the
Right, yeah.
combat is extremely janky and frustrating. And then I've recently finished Silent Hill F, which I think is fantastic, but
Yeah.
it is again, the combat can be a little bit frustrating at times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sort of think I don't think it's bad, even though I'm saying, oh, it was a bit frustrating. But playing sort of 3 survival horror games
Yeah.
back to back with some sort of frustrating elements, I was feeling like I needed like a warm hug, and
Yeah.
FF7 Rebirth
Oof,
is
yeah.
definitely providing that for me.
Especially if did you have the nostalgia of you playing the original as well? I'm assuming as well, isn't it? Because
Yes.
it is a massive warm hug. You are completely right.
Final Fantasy VII is probably one of my favorite video games of all time. So I feel so privileged that some of my favorite games are getting remade. It's little 7, 8-year-old Beane would be losing her mind. I so wish that I could go back in time and be like, look it is now versus the
Yeah.
little polygons,
Oh, that's
little
wonderful.
cloud back then. But yeah, so yeah, doing Rebirth at the moment, and I think that's going to take me quite a while. And obviously January is spaced out for Biorand, so exciting times. Am I
Yeah.
allowed to say that?
Yeah, you are, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? So you played
Yeah.
remake. You're playing Rebirth. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
played Remake last year, playing Rebirth now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure where you're at. I'm trying to think of talking about it without spoilers, but so we can talk about remake spoilers, but not rebirth spoilers. Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. So
Thank
obviously
you. Thank you.
spoiler warning, obviously for those who
Yeah.
haven't played it yet. But yeah. So what did you think of some of the? So was I? It is a warm hug, right? I often get clouded by some of the decisions that Square Enix have taken with the plot changes, let's say. But you're right, trying to be positive, putting a positive spin, because I'm quite negative about it. It's a lovely warm hug, and I played it during COVID, right? And obviously, it was a very weird time in the world, wasn't it? And it was just so nice to strip it back, slowly play the Midgar section, and just take my time with it. I had no work, I had no responsibilities, I had my snacks,
Yeah.
I had this game, and it was just so nice. It was just a literal long, deep, warm hug for the most part. Is that how
Yeah.
you felt about it?
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I thought they did a really good job with it. I'd say that my only sort of qualms with it really were some of the side quests felt a bit
Yeah.
filler-ish, and they weren't as sort of exciting. I'm aware that not everything has to be whoa, really, but I just, rescuing 3 cats for 100 gil wasn't my idea of fun.
Yeah.
But equally, I'm not forced to do this side content, but my brain won't let me leave it, so I have to do it. So yeah, there were a few sort of moments like that I was a bit like, nah, that wasn't as exciting. But I think on the whole, they did such a fantastic job with it. And yeah, I'm not against remakes being remakes. I don't think a remake has to be an exact carbon copy
No.
of
Yeah.
the original. And it's okay to branch out a little bit. And I think a perfect example of this is one of my favorite games, Resident Evil 1 Remake. It takes all the elements that you know and love from the original game, but it builds on it, and then it adds just that little bit extra. And it sort of ticks the nostalgia vibes, but then if you're playing it, you don't fully know what to expect, because there are some new elements in it, obviously with the Crimson Heads and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Discovering the Crimson Head the first time, my goodness,
Oh.
I nearly fell off my chair. Terrifying. But yeah, I think that's what a good remake does. And Silent Hill 2 remake, which I know you played, did that very well as well. I think takes the elements that you know and love from the original, but then just builds on it and adds that little bit extra.
Yeah, very well put. I completely agree. I remember playing Resident Evil 1 remake a bit later, because I didn't have an Xbox. I didn't have a GameCube initially. And my friend was telling me about it. He was like, "Oh, it's the same. You got to watch out for the Crimson Heads." And I was like, so it already had that like that element of danger before I even went into the game. They're like, "Oh yes, the zombies will get up and run after you." And in a certain way, I think I remember actually thinking, "Nah, he's lying to me. That's BS." And then it was like, well,
and they're quick. Boy, are they quick! And I think you just sort of get lulled into a false sense of security because you end up passing one or two on the floor, don't you?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he's not got up. It's fine. And then when you finally let your guard down, then they come running at you. Yeah. Terrifying.
It is crazy to think they've never brought it back. It's odd.
I know.
It's a really easy, simple, fun gimmick to put into a Resident Evil game. They've just never put it back in for some reason. I'm like, why?
That's it. I don't think I know of anyone who dislikes the Crimson Heads.
Right.
I think they definitely had a place. So it's good. It's a good point actually.
And doubling down. That's a really good point. I've never heard anyone say anything negative about it. Never.
No.
So, like, why not? Come on, Capcom, sort it out.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Which I know they're definitely listening. So.
Yeah. Definitely. Thanks, Capcom.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for listening to us. Yeah. So in terms of like games that you've played, is there anything that comes to mind that's a bad game, like worst game ever? And obviously that can be like just a game that's like really just awful, or maybe a game that was just disappointing to play. What comes to mind?
So this was one of the questions that I really struggled to think about. Because I try, even if something isn't to my taste or my preference, I try and see the good in it. I don't just think that's a bad game. I might think, okay, I didn't like it because of this reason, but actually it had these things going for it. So I was really kind of racking my brain trying to think about this. Because even some of the games that I found really frustrating have a lot of positive points.
Yeah.
But I've opted for a game that, again, I don't want people to be put off playing this if they want to. So please take what I say as just my opinion, because that's all it is. Yeah. But I would say Chicken Police was one of my most disappointing games. And that's because I thought it was going to be a point and click type game, which, as you know, I do enjoy, but it's actually more of a visual novel. So there wasn't really any puzzles or things to solve. It's just a case of sort of clicking through dialogue and things like that. So it didn't really interest me much, and I kind of got a bit bored with it. But it's visually stunning. The soundtrack is beautiful as well, and I think the concept is really good. So if you're in the mood for a visual novel, something really chill, film noir style, I would recommend it. But for me, I wouldn't necessarily even call it a game, if that makes sense. Because I've played games before where you might pick things and then those choices ultimately lead on to something else, like Detroit Become Human or Heavy Rain or things like that. I love those sorts of games, but this was just a case of clicking through dialogue. So that's probably on my list. But please, I don't want to be mean about it, because I think it's got a lot of positives, but it just isn't for me.
Yeah. I've never heard of it. Is it on a console? Is it on PC? What's it on?
Steam. Right. On Steam.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So it's like a film noir detective style, I'll say, game, but it is more of a visual novel. And they have human bodies, but then they have an animal head. So you play as a chicken police. Basically, there's like they got chicken heads, and then you go and then you'll see like this beautiful lady in a dress, and she's got a cat head. It's a really cool concept.
It sounds really good. But like you said, it's not for you.
Yeah, but just not for me. But I don't want people to be like, ugh. I don't want to just be rude about it. But it's just I was hoping it was going to be a bit more puzzly than it was.
Yeah. I think it's a lovely spin on the question, to be honest with you, because some people might feel like it is a negative question, but you've gone a really lovely spin on almost recommending it to me, almost in a certain way. I'd maybe consider playing it, to be honest. Sounds quite good.
If you want something chilled,
Yeah.
and because I would kind of see it as like reading a book almost.
Yeah, I like a visual
And
novel, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not very long, I don't think. I think I only played about 2 hours and I was like, this isn't for me. But I didn't refund it. I didn't, do you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, it's not for me, but maybe I'll go back to it one day. I don't know, but it's yeah, it's really cool. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, look at that. I love that. So, like, is there anything that comes to mind when it comes to like achievements, like in trophy hunting and stuff like that? How much of that has been something that's been on the forefront of your brain, especially you talking about Xbox 360 and stuff like that? Was that ever a thing that was there, or was that something that you just don't really pay attention to?
So for me, I don't massively pay attention to sort of achievements or trophies or platinums or things like that, really. The only time that it comes into my brain is if, say, I've played a game and then I might look and I'll be like, oh, I've only got 5 left to get. What are they? Are they easy to get? I might get them. Why not? Yeah. But I would have to obviously enjoy the game and want to play it again for that to happen. There are some games that I play and I think I enjoyed that, but I don't want to play it again quite yet. Yeah. So I've had a few. I did get all of the achievements in Oblivion back in the day.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Including the DLC. So yes, I did that, and I do have all the achievements in Resident Evil 1 Remake because I love that game so much, and that one's got such incredible replayability as well with your invisible enemy mode, knife only, real survival, one dangerous zombie. It's got so much to offer. And you get a nice little thing at the end if you manage to do all the achievements. So it's highly recommend doing that if you haven't and you want to. But yeah, it's not something that I think, I have to do this, but sometimes it might take my fancy.
Yeah, that's fair. I only platinumed Oblivion a couple of years ago. That's the reason why I've not played the remaster yet. It's because I actually platinumed Oblivion like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I got the majority of my achievements like almost 10 years to the day. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I beat the base game and I started the DLC and got to Shimmering Isles and stuff like that. And I just stopped playing for whatever reason. I think I was just Oblivioned out because it's such a long game.
Sure.
And
it is a big game.
Never returned to the Xbox version of it. I played it, I dabbled in it on Steam once in a while, but never finished it. And then I got it on my Xbox Series S downstairs, and like literally 10 years to the day nearly, I think it was like a few days out, I managed to replay it all over again and got those final achievements in Shimmering Isles. And
that must have felt so satisfying after all that time.
Yeah, it's so funny. You've seen the dates of my achievements. It's like it was just 2023, I think it was. So 2013, 2023. So.
Oh wow! Yeah. That's lovely. That's a really nice.
And then the
well done, you.
Thank you. Yeah, and then they announced a remaster. I'm like, oh bloody! Oh, what? I'm not going to play it now. I'm Oblivioned out again. So.
I know. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years.
Yeah, I'll play it soon. I'll play it.
10 years time.
Yeah. So Beane, if you were stuck on a remote island then, and you could only bring 3 games with you onto that island, what would they be? Now, keeping in mind, you can play mods, you can play online. So those are into the question as well. So might give it a bit of an interesting spin on it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking about this as well. I've actually only written down 2 games in my notes. Because these things take a little time to think about, it's quite tricky. But so I've opted for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I absolutely loved that game so much. But my goodness, that game is humongous. I didn't come anywhere near completing everything in it. The amount of stuff to collect and do is just... I think I would be very busy on that for a long time. So I think that's a good pick. And I think it's really fun and story's fantastic. So that's a good one, I think, for sort of longevity. My second game I've opted for is one that I played this year, actually. and I was quite surprised that I enjoyed this genre so much, but I would pick Hades.
Okay,
So it was my first roguelite experience. I just thought it was absolutely fantastic. And again, the replayability on that is so huge. I've completed the main story and the credits rolled for it, but there's so many people in my chat were saying, okay, now the game starts. There's so much left to do in there.
Wow,
And what I like about Hades is you could do a run in about an hour. So that's a really good one to just pick up and put down as you want to. And I'd probably have to take Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I've played that game so many times, but I just adore it. The soundtrack's incredible. That's like my full comfort game, and yeah, it would. It's silly, really, because I've played it so many times, but I've got to take that game with me. So yeah, those three I'd say.
Wonderful set of games. Let's be honest, great games. I need to play Hades. I've heard so many good things about it. So, I mean, you can always even do some of the mods on Fantasy 7. Like do like a randomizer mod if you want a bit of challenge or something.
That's
spinny.
true.
Because
yes, that's true. There's what's it called? What's the mod called for it?
Oh goodness,
I can't
remember.
Oh, that's gonna bug me. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Me
They've
too.
got that will come to me after we finish talking at 3 a.m. But there is a mod for it. I watched Leaderpuss do it recently, and it basically flips what you know about it on its head. Yeah, let's say that. Modded FF7.
There we go. You can choose then. You can vanilla or modded, can't you?
Exactly. There you go. Thanks, Johnny. That helped.
Yeah. No, I was arguing. I think I flipped my answer to like Bioran Resident Evil 2 because yeah, it's just
Bioran's a classic choice.
Yeah,
that's really good. That's very sensible. You want something that you're not going to get too bored of, and that has lots of variety. And so.
Well, good
choice.
I won't go into the personal reason behind it, but I spent like nearly a week at my mum's house over New Year last year, and I was there for about 5-6 days, and I only had her laptop. I didn't have my computer. I wasn't streaming, and I was practicing for Bioran, obviously, but also
naturally
it was just constant. Just like, it's so nice just to go and again, and again.
I have to say, Biorand is really such a fantastic mod. And from someone who I'm not really that technical, which sounds, I guess, a bit silly because I stream and there are some things that go into streaming, but I wouldn't consider myself very good on sort of modding things. And what I love about Biorand is you literally just download it and open it and you play it. And it looks fantastic, and the replayability is incredible. So that's perfect for anyone who may not be confident in installing any mods. It's really, really brilliant.
It's so seamless, isn't it, for a mod? That's for sure. That's a lovely segue, actually. It was something that, again, we've known each other for a long time. Like, I remember you mentioning in previous conversations that we've had, like, you're very self-taught in terms of, like, streaming, YouTube, Discord, I believe, like OBS. Like, talk us about that. Then you've I know you've taken a lot of almost and justifiably so like some lot of pride in that, haven't you? Like, talk us about that because it's so good. I love that. You're better than me. That's for sure.
I just really like learning new things, and I think if you get people to just do things for you all the time, you won't learn. And that's really been my approach to streaming from the very beginning. It was something that I wanted to do, and it was going to be my thing, and I wanted to learn how to do it myself. And you have to expect to make mistakes with things. And if I sort of think back now to sort of almost 5 years ago when I first started streaming, the amount of knowledge that I've gained from just trial and error, different things, and that is, like you say, it's OBS, it's Discord. I use Mix It Up bot. There's sort of like elements of thing like building commands in that. Video editing for YouTube most recently. stuff to do with audio levels. Audio is so complicated, but it's really interesting. I don't have a very good knowledge about audio at all, but I get by. And I just think if you don't do things and fail at things, then you can't learn.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I just feel like I'm in a really fortunate position that I have experience in certain levels. It's not necessarily a lot, but I feel very, very happy to help if people have questions for me, because I think, well, I was once in that position. And equally, if I do struggle with something, I do try and find the solution myself. But if I'm struggling, I'm not ashamed to ask. I think it's perfectly okay to ask for help. So yeah, don't get it twisted. It's perfectly okay to ask people who know what they're doing. But I think it's good to challenge yourself and learn new skills along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I couldn't put it better. We're going to talk about streaming in a minute, but I've got a question for you from a previous guest of the podcast. A previous guest of the podcast asks a future guest a question. I'll be asking you, obviously, once we press stop on the recording, what you're going to ask a future guest. But your question, Beane, your question is, what is your most mid game? So not best, not worst, like your 5 out of 10 game. Like, what would come to mind for that? It's a really interesting question, actually.
It's a really good question. Yeah, I mean, in theory, you would think that I would have a lot to pick from, because not everything's going to be sensational and incredible, and not everything's going to be not very good. So you would think I would have a lot of mid games to pick from. Can I think of one now? Nope. Would you excuse me while I open my Steam list and just have a little scroll? See if I have anything.
Mid's a good. Whilst you're doing that, like mid is an interesting title. Just the person like asked the question said 5 out of 10, but a lot of people would think mid is like 7 out of 10, wouldn't they? Because 5 seems like a low score to give a game almost, isn't it? So
I'd say 5. I'm with you though. I would say 5.
Yeah.
I would say a mid game is like a 5, 6 out of 10. I'd say 7's pretty good still.
Yeah. It's an interesting.
Let's have a look.
People might interpret it differently, wouldn't they? So.
It's I mean, this is probably a terrible idea, Johnny, because my Steam list, like everyone else's, is probably just lots of unplayed games that they've got in the sales that are in the backlog, right? So this could probably be the worst idea ever.
I was going to ask you then, are you like a collector on Steam? Then are you ooh, bundle?
I like a cheeky bargain. I can't say no. When I see that minus 40%, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'll play that. And then I intend to, but I don't necessarily always get to it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I've got a game.
Yep.
And it was a game that it was one of my first games that I streamed actually.
Oh, okay.
It's called Vampire. Don't know if you know of it.
I do know of that game, yeah. And that's a great answer, actually. It was quite mid.
It's quite mid, isn't it? Like, it's not... I can't say it's bad, but I can't say it's particularly amazing either.
Yeah.
It's very, I would say it's very beans on toast, but I actually really like beans on toast. So, yeah, I'd say that's probably a 5 out of 6 game. Yeah. Vampire.
It was a game that I felt like looked like it was going to be really good, and then the execution just wasn't quite.
Slightly fell short, didn't it? Yeah. The brief, it looked on paper like it was going to be. Wow, this is going to be great, but it's just a bit meh.
That's a great.
It's okay.
Shout. Great shout. And there's some people out there, aren't they, that like say, "Oh my goodness me! Like, why is all the popular games getting remade? Why can't they remake flawed games?" That's a great shout. I can see Vampire like a remake in like 10 years' time being absolutely, if they ever wanted to go down that road.
Yes, they could do so much with that.
Yeah, but they probably won't because it was not good enough. But I think it'd be an interesting game to go for there. That's for sure.
Imagine if they gave it like the Oblivion treatment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. No,
there we go.
Love that. So, we talked a little bit about streaming already, but what was your journey into like going into streaming? Like, what was the steps that came to be that led to the hit and the go live button for the first time for you? And then, what was that experience like? Hit and go live. What game were you playing? How did you feel? All that stuff.
Sure. So I had been watching Twitch for quite a few years beforehand. And I was mostly watching speedruns actually. I was enjoying watching a lot of speedrun content. And I just really liked the interactivity of it all. And I sort of thought, this is really cool. I fancy giving that a go one day. But like with a lot of things, I talked myself out of it. I was like, oh no, oh that's silly. Oh, that's silly. No, why would I do that? And then the pandemic happened, like with a lot of people who started streaming during the pandemic. And all of a sudden, I had a lot more free time and more disposable income, I guess, because we weren't able to go out and do things. So I was like, well, sod it. Why not? Let's give it a go. And I did the thing that everyone says that you shouldn't do, and that is buy things associated with streaming. Don't spend loads of money on streaming because you might not like it. So I didn't go overboard, but I did buy myself a green screen because my background, unfortunately, isn't the most exciting. So, and I didn't want any of my background showing. So I did get a green screen. So again, had to learn how to use that and light that properly and all that stuff. I think I already had a Blue Snowball microphone, and that was quite a sort of budget-friendly microphone. And I just used a webcam that I already had. But I would say the green screen, I'd say that's an indulgent purchase for a first stream, probably, potentially. Lots of people might say, oh, don't do that because you might not like it. But I just thought, you know what? I've got it. And this is what I want. If I'm going to do it, this is how I want to do it.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. And then I thought to myself, well, for my first stream, I want to do something that I'm familiar with because I don't want to play something I don't know, because I felt really shy and nervous and anxious about, well, what if people are mean? What if people are rude to me? If I'm rubbish at the game? And I have a lot of sort of anxieties and things in life, which I think, a lot of people do. But I really sort of had to psych myself up to do this. So I opted for The Sims 4, but I did the 100 baby challenge. So it was something I'd never done before, but I was playing a game that I was very familiar with. So yeah, and I just remember I was shaking. I was terrified about going live. And I think my camera, the size of me, must have been teeny tiny in the little corner. My camera was so small. And I think I still have some footage because I think I downloaded all of my VODs from since I've started, and now I local record. But yeah, my camera was so small. So yeah, if I can dig out a screenshot of it, I'll send it to you so you can see just how tiny I was.
Oh my, yeah.
So, but now I'm much bigger and more confident. So yeah, and then I did it. I think it was only about an hour, but I did it. And then I was like, well, that's okay. That went fine. Nothing bad happened. No one was rude. And I then did it again soon after, I think, because I sort of thought, well, if I don't do it again, I might talk myself out of it. And then it just kind of snowballed from there, really. And then I met a few people and started making friends and things like that, and it just kind of grew, and my confidence grew and my anxieties shrunk over time. And I do still get moments where I'm like, oh, I'm scared, especially if, I'm sure you feel the same, if you ever have a stream break and then you come back after a few weeks or something, you're like, oh, it's scary, isn't it?
It is,
but honestly, it has done absolutely wonders for my confidence. So there is nothing but positives I can say about streaming, really, for me. I've learned so many new skills. I've increased my confidence, and I've met some really awesome people. So yeah, it's been really, really good. I'm so glad I did it, even though I was very scared initially.
And we are too. We're so happy you did.
So,
and like the tiny little MoonBeane, you've grown this big in confidence, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
A literal metaphor.
My camera size is directly proportional to my confidence. So one day I will take over the entire screen.
Once ego comes into it, that's it. We're all screwed.
That's it, exactly. If you see me bigger than half the screen, get out.
We're just going to see like the speck of an eye of a glasses there. There's like.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
The game's going to be small.
Yeah, precisely.
Oh, wonderful. So I got a couple more questions for you.
Yeah, go on.
So first one is, what are some of your favorite memories of playing games over the last like 5 or so years? Like playing games with the community, is it community events or funny game moments? Like what comes to mind when it comes to like? And it's hard to kind of break down 5 years into a small moment, but like what comes to mind?
Yes, it's really hard to pinpoint certain moments just because you said I have been doing it 5 years now, and there's just been so many, and I'm so fortunate. I think Twitch is such a wonderful platform, really. I think I have had such positive experience in my chat. I can barely think of anything negative that's happened. So as a result, there's so much positive to say and refer to. Um, Oh, that's really, really hard. I think, honestly, taking part in the Biorand for Mind in
Yeah,
January was a huge highlight for me. And the fact that I still speak to several people from that event now is just really wholesome. And we raised an amazing amount of money for
yeah,
charity. That was really amazing to be part of, and I can't wait to be part of it again. So
yeah,
thank you for having me back. Um, and yeah, just crying over games like the ending of Final Fantasy X. I won't
oh,
say the details in case anyone hasn't played it,
yeah,
but just ugly crying on screen. And everyone in chat just sort of, reminiscing on the time that they played it for the first time and understanding how I felt. I
yeah,
think I think just those moments when there's kind of sort of shocking moments that happen, or like a big um crescendo moment, those sorts of things. And I know you've recently finished your first playthrough of Expedition
yes,
33.
yes,
Again, I won't say anything for anyone who hasn't played it, but that that story was absolutely
yeah,
sensational. I think a lot of my fondest memories are around big story games, actually.
yeah,
Games that kind of stay with you because of the story and things like that. So yeah, there's honestly so much. I'll probably come away from this call and think, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that, but there's just so many. And yeah, I just feel really, really proud of my little community, and I think
yes,
everyone's just lovely and welcoming and kind. And it's just, we have a laugh as well.
yeah,
Like we can, we can have a bit of banter, but it doesn't go too far. People aren't rude. I'm so, so proud of the community that I've built in my stream with everyone there. I
yeah,
just think, I just love it.
yeah.
I'm so proud of it. And I'm so grateful for everyone who's a part of it.
Yeah, no, it's one thing that being honestly like since day one, since I first met you on stream, 4.5 odd years ago, like you've always been very very focused on your community, and it's always been something that's resonated with me about you, very fond of you for so many reasons, but that's definitely up there, about one of the things that I love about you. You're so community focused, and you have built together a very wholesome place. That's for sure. Never a moment in your streams where I've never felt safe or welcome or warm. It's very cozy.
Yes.
You know.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
So that really pleases me to hear. Thank you. Yeah, just anyone's welcome as long as you're nice, basically.
Yeah. Basically.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
that's essentially
Just
it.
boundaries.
It's
That's
as
what I love
simple.
about it.
It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like I said, we can still have a laugh as
Yeah.
well, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's we have some banter. We laugh at my expense at times, but it never goes too far. And
No.
I think that's such a balance.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just amazes me. And the fact as well that I play games completely spoiler free
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
after 5 years. I can't think of a moment where I've had anything large spoilt for me at all. Because everyone just understands that that's probably the one rule that I'm quite strict on,
Yeah.
is that I don't want any spoilers, but people just, they get it. And I think what you sort of nurture in your community, that's kind of what grows. So
Yeah.
when new people come in, they kind of see the vibe,
Yes.
and then they get on board with it too. So yeah, that's
Amazing.
that's what I'm proud of the most, I think.
And absolutely for good reason. So, final question is simply: is there any advice you'd consider giving anyone thinking of picking up streaming for the first time?
Yeah, I would say so, definitely. Right. So I obviously broke the rules for my first stream,
Yes.
and it was like, don't spend loads of money. Look, my advice is, if you've got the money and you want to spend some money on some things, fill your boots. That's my advice. But start with what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
So you don't have to feel pressured to be on camera. You don't have to even be using your microphone if you don't want to. Just stream the game and see how that goes. And I would say just take a bit of time ahead of time to learn your streaming software, so that then you know how it works. Don't forget to press end stream.
Yes. Oh my
As
god.
well. That's one thing I'm really hot on, actually, is because I've seen it happen to a few people, and that's one of my major anxieties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't forget to press end stream and then pick your nose,
Yes.
or whatever. So yeah, I think just give it a go. Honestly, that is the main thing that I sort of think, what could be my regrets with streaming, and I would say just let an anxiety hold me back. And I should have started sooner. I don't regret starting when I started, because I wouldn't have met all these amazing people if I didn't start when I did. But yeah, honestly, it's genuinely not as scary as you think, and you'd be quite surprised the amount of positives that come from it. And also, if you try it and you don't like it, that's also okay.
Right.
There's How do you know that you're going to like or dislike something until you give it a try? That's what I think.
100%.
And if you don't like it and it's not your thing, that's perfectly okay. The other thing sorry, I've got so much.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
The other thing I would say is, I think it's perfectly okay to have goals, and sometimes it's healthy to have goals, but have goals around things that you can control as well.
Yes.
So I don't think you should have goals around sort of relying on other people, so sort of like numbers and things like that, because sometimes it's the strangest thing, is you can't control it. So don't have goals around things that you can't control.
Mm-hmm.
Have it around things that you can control, and just have fun. Think about why you've started. And Twitch can be a bit fickle, because you get your stream summary and it says this many people are in stream versus last time.
Yeah.
And there's a big red arrow or a big green arrow. Just have fun. And I think ultimately, if you're having fun and you're enjoying the game you're playing, then you're winning.
Yeah.
And nothing else matters. Don't get pulled into this this process of, okay, I've got this, I need to keep doing better, I need to keep getting more. Be grateful for what you have, because the greatest resource anyone can give you is their time.
Yes.
And these are people that are watching you. They're not numbers. And they're choosing to watch you over doing anything else. So just be grateful and enjoy that. And don't get bogged down with thinking, what's next? I've seen that so many times, where it can poison people's mindsets, if they get too het up on things like numbers. And I've seen it happen to people where they talk about it on live stream. Even they talk about it and they're sort of saying, oh, I didn't get that many numbers last stream and things like that. And I just think, take it back to why you started and enjoy it. So yeah, sorry, that was probably about 5 different things, but
all wonderful stuff.
It's so important that you're enjoying it, because ultimately I think that's what people like watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they go in and they're seeing someone talking about numbers or not being very happy, or it's not, I personally don't enjoy watching that.
No, yeah.
So just go in, have fun, enjoy your game, and let what happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Amazing advice. Love that. You hit so many wonderful points there. Like, it's so important. I've seen it, like you said, I love the way you mentioned it. It's almost like a poison, as it is for a lot of people. It's a poison almost. I've seen streamers basically stop because numbers aren't what they expected. And like you said, control.
Yeah.
The word control is also such an important thing. Like, we can't control the numbers, so start focusing on the things that you can control. So yeah. Wonderful advice. Love that.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm aware that I am in a luxury position in that this is my hobby and it's not my job.
Yes, of
And
course.
I know that there are people that this is their career,
Mm-hmm.
and there, things like that obviously are more important. So yeah, again, don't like misunderstand me. I do understand that there's importance in that as well. But yeah, I just think if it's not your job, it's perfectly okay to have goals.
Mm-hmm.
But just don't let it poison you. Have fun,
Yes.
and your community will have fun with you.
Spot on. Love that. That's it. We did it.
Cool.
Thank
We
you
did
so
it.
much for being on the
Oh,
podcast.
you're most welcome. That went by really quick.
It's gone so quick.
Yeah.
One more time. Do you want to tell us where we can find you? Sorry, on your socials.
Yeah, sure. So I stream on Twitch at MoonBeane. I've got an E on the end. I think you're going to have an image on your screen, aren't you?
So I'm pointing
So it should
upwards.
be there.
You can point to just left, I think. The other way. That way, yeah. Yeah.
That's my left, obviously.
Yeah, sorry.
The other left being the other left. So yeah, MoonBeane on Twitch, MoonBeane on YouTube. I've recently started YouTube this year. I'm having a blast with it. I'm condensing my playthroughs on there. I'm doing a bit of live streaming on there as well. And Twitter/X is MoonBeane_ because I had to put the underscore. I'm not very good at using Twitter, if I'm honest, but please feel free to follow me over there if you'd like.
Incredible. Thank you so much. That was so much fun.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time. It was great to reminisce on all of the old games and things like that. So
definitely.
Yeah,
oh,
thank you very much.
And thank you for watching / listening. And I'll see you on the flip side. Much love. Bye bye.